Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video, and it is finally time to take a look at the kits of the Evangelion pilots, and I'm going to tell you right now, they look really good. I will of course be doing a video for each of them. We're going to start off here with Asuka, and first of all, I think her design is great. It is super true to the series. Her burst animation, honestly, is a little disappointing to me. I really thought this was an opportunity to have them like jump in the actual Evas and use them for the burst animation. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. At least the Eva was featured in the burst animation. She like does a skydive out of it, which is pretty cool, which is very similar to a scene that like actually happened in the anime. So nice little nod to fans there at least. Okay, but let's take a look at her skills, and this girl looks cracked. So she is a burst 3 attacker with an assault rifle, code fire, and before we actually look at the skills themselves, I want to note her weapon, which I think some people might just kind of gloss over, but this is not a typical assault rifle. So Asuka has a ammo capacity of 20, reload time of 1 second, and deals 18.7% of attack as damage. Okay, now your more standard assault rifle is going to have a ammo capacity of 60%, but deal only about 13% of attack damage. There are some rare exceptions, such as Scarlet works differently, but just note that Asuka is also a special case for assault rifles. So she's going to get that higher damage output, and if you're able to stack some reload speed, I think that her DPS could definitely be increased over the standard assault rifle, or possibly even standard. I don't know, math people, let me know. Is 18.7% of attack damage with 20 ammo capacity going to end up being a higher DPS over the course of like a minute, or would the 13% with the 60 ammo capacity be higher DPS? But definitely if you can amp up that ammo capacity, she's going to be dealing a lot more damage. So just wanted to point that out. Okay. Her skill 1 is called Competitiveness, very appropriately named for Asuka. She like just can't ever relax. It says activates at the start of the battle, affects self, damage dealt to shield up 600% continuously. So any enemies that use a shield, she's just always going to be dealing 600% more damage than a standard unit. There are definitely a lot of enemies out there that make shields. Of course, not all of them do, but anytime there's a shield, it's going to be really strong. For instance, like the stout enemies that we see a lot of times in raids use shields. There's many others that use shields as well. I would assume that our new boss for the event is going to use a shield. That's kind of the Fifth Angel's thing, and this is just going to make her extremely strong against it. But that's not it. It does more. So it only affects the damage dealt to the shield, not the rapture itself. Okay, that makes sense. Nice that they're adding these little clarification things, though, because I feel like a lot of times these skill descriptions are not written very well, so I think they're making an effort to make these more clear. But okay, it also says activates when recovery takes effect, so when she's healed, affects self, attack goes up 96% for 25 seconds. So 25% attack boost every time she's healed. You can definitely do some pretty cracked stuff here. There are so many units that it's like easy to like heal all the time. We've already seen some broken stuff with Crown using like Naga or Rapunzel. You can heal way more frequently than every 25 seconds, and so you can basically just continuously keep this attack buff. So she's basically going to just have like always twice as much attack as whatever her stats already say, which is nuts. Now keep in mind, this isn't 96% of final attack, but still, this is an amazing buff. That's going to be super strong. Skill 2 says Assault Tactics, and this says activates when entering full burst. So affects self when a shield status. So again, shields are going to be helpful here. So she's good against shields, also good with shields. Damage to strong element goes up 30% for 10 seconds. So this is straight up damage, not attack. So this is in a very good point in the damage formula. Basically at the very end, she's going to deal 30% more damage to any wind code enemies for 10 seconds. Again, maybe she's going to be really paired well with like Naga and Crown. Maybe she's like the new attacker to pair with them. However, I feel like we could be very tempted to just make a completely all fire team as well. And there's many other units that create shields, notably Ray, which of course we will talk about in the next video. But anyway, it also says activates when entering full burst, affects all fire code allies, damage dealt when attacking core up 60% for 10 seconds. So that is, again, a huge damage boost. This is actually twice as much as the other one. Damage to core is what you want to be doing already, of course, and you're going to be doing 60% more damage for 10 seconds. That is massive. Now, assault rifles aren't the best against cores, but this affects all fire code allies, and so you could pair her with Modernia, just like one of the most broken fire attackers ever, who is also extremely good at hitting cores. But she also has something here in her burst to help herself out with hitting cores. So effect self gains pierce for 25 seconds. This is just getting more ridiculous. So she can, on a lot of enemies, pierce through the core and the body. So you're going to be dealing like double hits in that way. That's one of the reasons why pierce is so extremely strong. And then attack damage goes up 150% for 10 seconds. What? Attack damage? So again, this is at the end of the damage formula. Goes up 150% for 10 seconds. This is just like buffs on buffs on buffs. The damage output is going to be just completely cracked. This is insane. And then recovers 3.1% of attack damage as HP for 10 seconds. So she even builds in her own healing, which is also going to help trigger her other ability that triggers when recovery takes place. This is crazy. And, 3% isn't that much, but she's an attacker with insane buffs. So even 3% of her attack damage is going to be a lot of heals. So she's going to build in her own tankiness. But that's not the best part. This last line down here says hit rate up 100% for 10 seconds. And this is something that I think people might assume is not that impressive and just get focused on all of her insane attack buffs, which are insane. But getting that hit rate up 100% is going to allow her to deal those core hits really accurately and really benefit from that massive attack damage to cores from her other skill. Asuka is looking really, 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 really strong. I was already hyped for the Evangelion units. I'm planning to MLB all of them, and this just makes me feel even better about it. So yeah, I mean, of course I will do full testing on her, full reviews once she's actually out, but I can tell you right now she's going to be extremely strong, and you're probably going to want to pull for her. Yeah. Let me know what you think of Asuka. Let me know if you've cooked up any teams, any crazy fire things. Remember, she's benefiting all fire allies, and fire has some of the best units in the game, such as Modernia, I already talked about, A2 from the Nier collab, Alice, one of our best snipers. I mean, there's a huge list of extremely strong fire units, and Asuka's just adding to that. So yeah, let me know what teams you've come up with. Let me know if you have any questions, any clarifications about her, and stick around for that Ray video coming out next. And of course, I will also be talking about Mari and Misato really soon as well. Subscribe for more Nikke videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.